What's up everyone, this is Marky2200 and welcome to my Need for Speed testing series. Today we're going to be ranking all the front-wheel drive cars from Need for Speed Pro Street from worst to best based on their speed capabilities. Every car has been going on the Autobahn B and all cars have been upgraded to stage 3 performance package. We're using manual gearbox and all cars have been tuned properly. Tunes of every car is in the description down below. With that said, let's see which of the front-wheel drive cars is the worst of the worst for speed races. And that at number 10, we have the Acura RSX. The reason why the Acura RSX is so low down the list is for the same reason why it was last for grip races. It just has a severe lack of power. You know, it handles decent for the amount of power it has, but its lack of power, well, doesn't get you anywhere. At number 9 we have the Acura Integra, the regular Acura Integra. It did a 133.15, so that's already a huge increase from the RSX. But this car's main problem is its gearbox. Even at maximum tune with the gearbox at full length, it tops out the 350. It has the power to match it, but the gearbox doesn't. At number 8 we have the Honda Civic, the regular Honda Civic. That did a 132.41. It handles quite nicely to be honest, but it just has a lack of power and it doesn't have a 6th gear, and you can feel that to be honest. So maximum is about the same as the Acura Integra, 350-ish, something like that. At number 7 we have the brother of the Honda Civic, we have the Honda Civic Si, which is about the same. It feels about the same. This car does have a 6th gear, but again, just like the regular Civic, it has a slight lack of power and you can definitely feel that. At number 6 we have the Ford Focus ST, which did a 131.19, and it's pretty much the same story with the Honda Civic Si. It is solid overall, but I wish it had more power. You can feel it in the higher gears, it just doesn't have the power to go beyond what I would like to see from a speed car. At number 5 we have the Acura Integra Type R. It is pretty much the same story with the regular Integra, however it clearly has more power. It is solid overall, but the gearbox bottlenecks this car. Ratios are slightly better than the regular Integra, but it still tops out at 350 km an hour. At number 4 we have the Cobalt SS. This is a fan favorite of many. It is solid overall, but the lack of 6th gear hinders it slightly, but it isn't a major issue like on the Integras. It can still flow through the gears very quickly, but I wish this car had a 6th gear at stage 3 performance. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Still solid overall. It did a 128.85, and if you keep this car from Battle Machine, yes, you can do alright with it, but I kinda want the top 3. At number 3 we have the Seat Leon Cupra. Despite its speed limit of 354 km an hour, and that is not a gearbox speed limit, this is a hard-coded speed limit, it is still one of the best front-wheel drive cars in speed challenges. It did a 125.85, that is 3 seconds faster than number 4, the Cobalt SS. And to be honest, the top 3 are on a tier of its own, and then number 1 is insane. At number 2 we have the Golf. This is a mode where the Golf is one of the better cars. Did a 124.96. This is pretty much if you took the Seat Leon Cupra. Yes, it has some bad suspension, the Golf, but you can compensate it with tuning. It is pretty much if you took the Seat, but you remove the speed limit of 354 km an hour and apply it to the regular 403 km an hour. This car can reach 400 km an hour. But at number 1 we have the Mazda 3. It did a 119.28. This car is about 5 seconds faster than the Golf at number 2. This car is absolutely amazing for speed challenges. Yes, the suspension is quite bad, but you can compensate it with tuning. This car is so good that it has enough power on its own to reach 400 km an hour. That is without NOS. It is genuinely amazing. So, yeah, To be honest, it is not so much of a surprise for me. If you've watched my previous testing video where I tested the front wheel drive cars back in like 2020, the Mazda 3 was also number 1. And it was number 1 by quite a big margin. It didn't have a speed limit there, and it could reach close to 500 kilometers an hour. You know, the fact that the Mazda 3 can reach 400 kilometers an hour on its own power, so not without using NOS, is genuinely amazing. In these speed runs that I do for testing, I also use NOS in the exact same places. You know, I use NOS when the car reaches 4th gear, when I'm going through the banking, and when I'm exiting the tunnel. It is not needed with the Mazda 3 because it can reach 400 kilometers an hour on its own. And there is a hard speed limit at 403 kilometers an hour, so at top speed, NOS doesn't do much. And that's a good problem to have, to be honest. So, those were all the front-wheel drive cars in Need for Speed Pro Street, ranked from worst to best based on the speed capabilities. The Mazda 3 is by far the best speed car, and I'm hoping that for overall, when I'm ranking all the 76 cars in Need for Speed Pro Street, the Mazda 3 will be top tier, because I genuinely love this car. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you've liked this video, consider a thumbs up. If you wish to stay updated on all my future videos, consider subscribing. This has been Marky2200 for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Take care.